What does Medicare pay for nursing homes? As you age, you may need to consider the option of a nursing home for yourself or for a loved one. While there's no doubt that this can be a difficult decision, it's essential to be informed about how Medicare comes to play when nursing home care is needed, because Medicare is the most common form of health insurance for Americans age 65 or above. It provides coverage for various services in long term care facilities, such as nursing homes, but it doesn't cover everything. Hi, I'm estate planning and elder law attorney Nicole Wipp with the Family and Aging Law Center. In today's video, I'm going to discuss how Medicare pays when it comes to nursing home bills, but this video is really just a short overview. To understand how it all works in your particular situation may be more complex than I can possibly cover in this video. The best thing to do is to call our office at 248-278-1511. We can help. We do this every single day. So, the first thing to understand is, what is a nursing home? Nursing homes are facilities that provide both long term care and, in many instances, short term rehab. A nursing home is legally called a skilled nursing facility. So, if you hear the term skilled nursing facility, just know that it does mean the same thing as a nursing home. It's just the legal term that we use to describe it. In my experience, the most important distinction is not between skilled care and a full time nursing facility, but between rehabilitation and long term care. So, what is considered rehabilitation and what is considered long term care? Rehabilitation is temporary. It provides short term care for those who need rehabilitation services, such as physical therapy after a hospital stay. And it's usually required for weeks or even sometimes months. On the other hand, long term care provides 24-hour nursing care, supervision, and assistance with daily living activities such as bathing, dressing, and eating for somebody that cannot do these things for themselves. It's important to understand that most skilled nursing facilities do both types of care. Medicare covers rehabilitation, but does not cover long term stays in nursing homes. And this is the thing that is most of the time most confusing to people. For long term stays, Medicaid is usually the insurance coverage people need. For rehabilitation and the initial stay in a skilled nursing facility, Medicare Part A covers up to 100 days of skilled nursing facility care per spell of illness. To qualify for coverage, a patient must have Medicare Part A and have been in the hospital for at least 3 consecutive days for that specific illness. A common question is there a copay or coinsurance? Medicare will cover 100% of the first 20 days of skilled care in a designated facility. After that first 20 days, you will be responsible for daily coinsurance for up to 80 additional days unless you have a supplemental care policy. And this is usually through private insurance. This coinsurance is the daily amount that Medicare does not cover. The total amount of days that Medicare will either fully or partly cover is 100, like I said earlier, but it's important to understand that this is not guaranteed. In fact, most people do not get a full 100 days of Medicare for a qualifying stay. After the 100th day, or after Medicare deems the patient is unable to progress for their rehabilitation, Medicare no longer covers professional nursing care. So, if you need long term care and a nursing home, which is more than 100 days or after Medicare coverage ends, whichever comes first, you may need to consider other options. So, the question is then, how do I pay for long term nursing home care? If your care exceeds what Medicare covers, you will need to consider Medicaid if you cannot pay out of pocket. Medicaid is a federal state program that may be able to help cover the cost of nursing home care for those who meet specific financial and medical requirements. To qualify for Medicaid coverage, you have to meet these requirements, and they are very, very specific and they are very, very technical. It's quite common that people will give you advice about how Medicaid works. But I want to tell you that a lot of times this information is completely inaccurate, even from people that you think should know better. So, how much will Medicaid pay for nursing home care? If you're eligible, Medicaid will cover nursing home care for the full amount due, minus what's called a patient pay. Patient pay is generally limited to a maximum of the patient's monthly income and some expenses that will be deducted from that income. Not everybody will have a patient pay. The important thing to understand is Medicaid is the insurance that will provide full coverage for long term care past the initial rehab that is needed right after a hospital discharge. And so, if you are like so many of our clients and you cannot afford to pay out of pocket after a short term stay has occurred in a nursing home, the best thing you can possibly do is call us because we know what to do. We know how to help you access Medicaid benefits without having possibly to do a full spend down. And we can help you do it in the quickest time frame possible so that you don't lose any coverage for any necessary medical care. You can rely on my firm's experience in this area to help you through what can be extremely difficult time in your life and the life of your loved ones. Give us a call today at 248-278-1511, and my wonderful team will get you started. I look forward to seeing you soon.